Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. It is Wednesday afternoon and we are going to do our third installment of the day. And I was like, let's just do another Busby update because Danielle and Adam are always giving us tidbits of things to remind us of and updates on the girls. And today's update I thought was actually an interesting one and a timely one. So you know that Outdaughtered hasn't been on much the last few years. I mean, there was like 3 or 4 episodes this summer, and then last year there was like six episodes. And Adam and Danielle are very busy on their social media. They have a YouTube channel. They also are promoting all of their different products and doing their swipe ups. And Danielle has her workouts that she puts out on her Instagram. And she's also just busy sharing like life being a mom. Well, today was a big day because she's kind of worried about her daughter, Blayke. So yesterday she took 2 of the girls to get their teeth cleaned, and that was the last, she said, of all of the kids. But it sounds like Blayke is having some trouble with one of her teeth.
So yesterday was dentist checkups for 2 of the kids, the last 2 out of the 6, and actually even all 8 of us, our dentist checkups are done. But now this little lady is adventuring to the orthodontist for a consult. So never-ending follow-ups and appointments in the Busby house.
This tooth came up.
Yeah, she's got a tooth that keeps coming a little bit forward for no real reason, so I'm going to check it out. So maybe she might get braces, maybe not. What do you think? She's nervous.
So braces, yikes. How did these kids grow up so fast? I mean, honestly, how does it happen that quick? I feel like braces is like a big kid thing, but I guess you can get braces when you're still relatively young. And these girls are definitely growing. So with the prospects of more financial things on the horizon, braces aren't cheap, and Blayke doesn't look super excited. Danielle also took some time because this has been a very interesting time for most families. If you know, and if you're not living under a rock, you know that all of us are dealing with this germ, this big germ that's fresh in the air, and it's spreading all over the place, and it's making life just wonderful. We all are stuck in our houses and we can't go anywhere, and when we go to appointments we have to wait in our cars, which is what they were doing in this video. Did you know that? They were literally waiting to be seen in at the orthodontist by waiting in the car. And it's made this very hard for people. Restrictions are making it difficult for kids. Some kids are actually in school. The Busbys actually sent their kids to physical school. I know Texas is a hot spot too, which I think is wild, but it's also a state that has less restrictions. And so they said that they were confident in the choices of their leaders and they were okay with it, even though some people were like, I can't believe you're sending your kids to school, Adam. He obviously clapped back on his Instagram because that's what Adam does. But she talked about how things have been a little bit hectic now. So there was this big storm that hit, more than just a storm, you know what I'm talking about, that hit Lake Charles in Louisiana. And since all of that has happened, Adam's sister and brother-in-law have been living with the Busbys. And so she took some time to sort of reflect on how things have been for the family and whether or not things have been, getting better, if people are getting power.
So while we're sitting in the car here waiting to get in, I just want to let everybody know that Lake Charles from Hurricane Laura is still not anywhere near being like recovered, and there's still so much damage and 10 feet walls of just trees and debris, and majority of the town is still with blue roofs. But Hurricane Delta right now is now projected to come in like a Hurricane 3 and probably hit pretty close to Lake Charles. So I'm just asking that you guys still keep Lake Charles in the area in your prayers. But a lot of you have been asking about the family, and even Kayla and them, and there's still so many families still dispersed all through kind of like parts of Texas and Louisiana, still not being able to get back into their homes. But electricity and power has slowly been going up and up in Lake Charles. I know the Busbys, so Adam's parents and Kayla and David, they got power about a week ago. Kayla and the girls still are here. They go to school with Blayke, and still enrolled here until, whatever's going to happen with their schools and whatnot. But Yeah, so it's been an interesting year for everyone, I know, and from hurricanes to fires. I think what we all should remember most and do most is pray for this country, pray for the people, the protection, the safety, and just lots of changes and lots of things happening. And we just, you know, want to follow God's plan and hopefully understand it one day. Love you guys. Thanks for following.
So it sounds like her parents are slowly getting their power back, but there's still a lot of damage that needs to be cleaned up. And on top of it, they sounds like there's a new storm just barreling down. It's that time of year where I feel like the southern states do not get a break. It's just storm after storm after storm, and they have to deal with so much. And I always feel bad. It's kind of like the Midwest when it's tornado season. You never get a break. So obviously they have all of this stuff going on. They've got Adam's sister staying with them for the foreseeable future because of everything that got destroyed at their hometown. You've got houses still in disarray, and now you've got the possibility of another one coming by. And obviously she's asking everyone to pray. So pray for the Busby family if you're the praying kind. Otherwise, just send them some good vibes up in the air. And as they finished up the day, Danielle then finally posted, after updating everyone about the storms and all of the damage and everything that needs to be finished, she updated by letting everyone know that she took Blayke out for DQ for an interesting orthodontic appointment. She said, "Afternoon treat for me, BB. Orthodontist consult was quite interesting, and this girl deserved ice cream. Mama's girl, mama's life, spoil her good. It's Buzzy world." So obviously, maybe she needs braces. I have no idea. These poor kids. I feel like it's always one thing. It's always something. Can you imagine having 6 kids? And then imagine being Blayke, the daughter that's like not a multiple. All of her little sisters are multiples. I wonder what it's like for Blayke growing up to being the big sister of all of these little girls and all of their energy. Danielle also posted a video of them just like jumping and bouncing around, which I noticed is something that they do frequently in this house. I'm imagining when you have this many kids, you have to keep them full of, they have to be busy constantly. Otherwise, you would go wild. And I would imagine that cooped up feeling is making people feel a little bit on edge. I know it is over here as well. We're like constantly at home. We can't go anywhere. There's always this fear that we're going to transfer germs to one another, and you just never know when things are going to end. You don't know when you can go back to normal. There's so much uncertainty for the kids. It's hard to find a new normal, and it's just awesome to see other moms sort of sharing what they're doing, how they're doing things, what they're doing to keep their kids busy and happy during this unprecedented time. Now, their life hasn't changed too much. I mean, they're still doing all of their favorite things, but tell me what your thoughts are. What about Blayke having to get maybe braces? Can you believe she's grown up? And then what do you think about the storms barreling down on Louisiana and Texas again? And if you're in the area, please stay safe. Bye, guys.